All right, let's check out Edgar coming all the way from Barcelona, running in Central Park at night. I apologize for the dark video. It's the best we could do. So he is just running pre-lesson in his Vibram Five Finger KSOs. He's just running at his normal pace. Let's just check it out. Looks like he's got a little bit of side to side motion. As you can see here, and let's check out his form. So both feet are off the ground, foot is landing, knee is bent. Alright, so let's get him into pose right here. You can see his head is jutting out forward a little bit. He wants to get that back a lot straighter, more in line. And let's see what he does next. Pushing off a little bit, bouncing up and down. You can see, with the background, his head bobs, head bobs up a little bit, right about there. He wants to be pulling, that means he's pushing off. He wants to be pulling that foot up off the ground as opposed to pushing off with that foot. And, he lands on the ball of his foot, almost like his midfoot, a little bit, not his heel exactly, but a little bit further behind where than he should. You can see this foot is still lagging. His hips are behind his body. So let's see if we can clean this up, make it a little bit more efficient, a little more pain-free. So here we have him running at after the lesson at a regular speed, as just his normal running speed. He's got a big grin on his face. He's pretty happy. He's having a good time in New York. And so let's go from pose. So he's in pose position right now. He's got a pretty solid lean going on. His arms are tight to his body, so there's not a lot of flailing around. He's got that big grin. Gotta love that. So let's see him lift this left foot up off the ground. No push off, no head vertical oscillation, nothing like that. Let's see what he does. Pushes off a little bit. You can see he just bounced up right there. Watch the level of his head. Just bouncing up a little bit. Not too bad. His stride is a lot more compact than the first time around. So, boom. All right, we have weight now. His foot landed, but there's no real weight. Now there's weight bearing on this front right foot. You want to see his hips above the ball of his foot, which would be up here. Since it's not, his left leg is lagging behind his body. Let's see how many frames it takes to get him back into the pose position. So we have 1 frame, 2 frames, basically 3 frames to get him back into pose. We want to really get that down to under 2 frames. Love to have it 0 frames, but I think we can get that under 2 frames would be good. So you can see again, he's got a good lean. You can see now his head's not jutting forward nearly as much. He's got more of a straight line from his back to his head. That looks awesome. So let's finish that. Let's go in real time on this run. Let's just check out how it looks. Look at that compact stride. Looks pretty good. Big grin. That's awesome. All right, let's check out the final video. He's running a little bit faster. Hopefully when he's running faster, form will be a little bit better. Let's go regular motion. He's cruising right along. He's actually going really fast. That's awesome. So let's take it back from right about here in pose. All right. So he's in pose right there. Perfect pose. Running form looks awesome. Leaning from that ankle. Weight's on the ball of the foot. The GCM, general center mass, is above the ball of the foot. All right. Let's see him pull this. Hopefully pull this left leg up off the ground. Pull that foot directly under his hip. Let's see what happens. A little bit of a push off, not too bad. He's about to land. Boom. He's got weight on the ball of the foot right there. His hips are still a little behind him, not too bad. If he was frozen right now, he'd probably maybe fall backwards a little bit, almost be in balance. It's not too bad though, so he's in pose. Let's see how many frames it takes to get back into pose. 1, 2, basically, so he's basically back in pose. His foot is underneath. Yeah, his foot is underneath the hip, maybe like 2.5 frames. Not too bad at all. Still the back is straight. He's he's looking pretty good. He's got that lean again. So what he really wants to work on is pulling that foot a little bit sooner under his hip, getting that pull in the correct location, and it'll really help ease knee pain, allow him to go further, allow him to train harder, and it'll be an easier way to run. Let's look at it once more because that was pretty awesome. He came all the way from Barcelona for this lesson, folks. So let's check it out in full time. Boom, he's looking fast. Looks pretty good.